Picture this: you're on the silver screen, adored by millions, but a series of poor decisions and darker secrets lead you behind bars. Fame, it turns out, can't shield you from the consequences. Today, we're counting down the top 10 Hollywood actors currently in jail, each case exposing how even the most beloved stars can lose their way. You'll want to stay to the end, where the stories get even more jaw-dropping, showing just how dramatically lives can change under the weight of stardom gone wrong. So, let's get into it and reveal the shocking turns of fate that brought these stars into the confines of prison walls. Coming in at number 10, we have an actor known for his inspiring screen presence, but a real-life story that took a darker turn: Danny Masterson. Known for his role as Stephen Hyde on that 70s show, Masterson was the epitome of the cool, laid-back character. Off-screen, however, Masterson's life took a troubling direction. Accusations against him surfaced in 2017 when multiple women came forward, alleging sexual assault that occurred over the span of several years. Masterson was arrested in 2020, and after a long court battle and intense scrutiny, he was found guilty and handed a 30-year prison sentence. What's particularly striking here is how his reputation on the screen starkly contrasted with his alleged actions in reality. His fans were left shocked and disturbed by the revelations, as the charming character they admired was now a convicted criminal with a grim sentence to serve. At number 9, we have someone who seemed untouchable until his real-life actions caught up with him: Bill Cosby. Often called America's dad due to his iconic role on The Cosby Show, Cosby's warm, fatherly persona masked a much darker side. In the mid-2010s, dozens of women came forward with allegations that spanned decades, accusing him of drugging and assaulting them. After years of legal battles, he was convicted in 2018 and sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison. Although he was later released in 2021 due to legal technicalities, the case serves as a sobering reminder of how fame can conceal disturbing secrets, impacting not only the victims but also his once loyal fan base, who felt a profound sense of betrayal. Now, coming in at number 8 is Mark Salling, known for his role as Puck on Glee. Salling played the lovable bad boy on screen, but his off-screen actions led to one of Hollywood's most shocking arrests. In 2015, federal authorities found him in possession of thousands of files containing illegal images of minors. The revelation rocked Hollywood and shattered his reputation as a fan favorite. Salling eventually pleaded guilty to the charges and was awaiting sentencing when he took his own life in 2018. His tragic end reflects how severe the consequences can be when someone is trapped by their darkest actions, leading to a scandal that left a permanent scar on Glee's legacy. Taking the number 7 spot, we have Loughlin, an actress once known for her family-friendly roles in shows like Full House. Loughlin found herself at the center of the infamous college admissions scandal, where she and her husband were accused of bribing their daughter's way into elite universities. When the FBI uncovered the widespread scheme, Loughlin was sentenced to 2 months in prison, followed by a hefty fine. Her involvement in this scandal shattered the wholesome image she'd built over decades. Loughlin's case highlights a sense of privilege and entitlement that angered the public, especially families who worked tirelessly to secure an education for their children. Coming in at number 6 is another name closely associated with 90s nostalgia: Wesley Snipes. Known for action-packed roles in films like Blade, Snipes found himself entangled in a financial scandal that ultimately landed him behind bars. In 2008, Snipes was convicted of failing to file federal income tax returns, evading taxes on millions of dollars over several years. Despite his arguments that he was a victim of misleading financial advisors, the court sentenced him to 3 years in prison. This case revealed a side of Hollywood where wealth and fame don't exempt you from legal responsibilities, as Snipes learned the hard way that the IRS doesn't discriminate when it comes to tax evasion. At number 5, we have Jace, an actor known for his work on The Shield. In 2014, Jace's name hit the headlines for all the wrong reasons when he was arrested for the murder of his wife. The details of the case were chilling. It was revealed that Jace had a history of domestic violence and that his jealousy over his wife's interactions with other men had sparked the tragic incident. Found guilty, Jace was sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. His story highlights how deeply rooted issues can manifest in violence, showing that even those who seem stable in the public eye may struggle with severe personal demons that lead to devastating outcomes. Taking the number 4 spot is another star, whose fame couldn't shield him from Justice Shannon Richardson. You may recognize her from appearances on The Walking Dead and The Vampire Diaries, but in 2013, she was arrested for sending letters laced with the deadly poison ricin to then-President Barack Obama and New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Richardson had attempted to frame her estranged husband for the act, but the investigation quickly led to her. She received an 18-year prison sentence, marking her as one of the few actors whose crime involved an actual threat to national leaders. Her case showed how deep personal vendettas can drive people to commit acts with potentially deadly consequences, and her actions left both her career and her life in ruins. At number 3, we find the case of Jared Fogle, who rose to fame as the face of Subway commercials. While not an actor in the traditional sense, Fogle's celebrity status warrants his place on this list. In 2015, authorities uncovered his involvement in a disturbing scandal involving child exploitation and trafficking. The investigation revealed years of predatory behavior, shocking the public and dismantling his reputation. Fogle was sentenced to over 15 years in federal prison, and the Subway brand quickly distanced itself from him. His story serves as a stark reminder of how public figures can hide monstrous behavior behind a facade of seemingly innocent charm. Coming in at number 2 is Harvey Weinstein, one of Hollywood's most powerful producers whose influence spanned decades. Weinstein's fall from grace was monumental, as countless women came forward to accuse him of sexual assault and harassment. The Me Too movement gained significant traction as a result of his case, shining a light on the toxic power dynamics within Hollywood. In 2020, Weinstein was convicted of rape and sexual assault, resulting in a 23-year prison sentence. His story isn't just about an individual's crimes, it represents a cultural reckoning, exposing how abuse and exploitation had gone unchecked in Hollywood for years due to the power wielded by industry giants. Finally, taking the number 1 spot is Joe Exotic, a figure who became internationally known through the Tiger King documentary series. Joe Exotic, whose real name is Joseph Maldonado Passage, was initially famous for his eccentric personality and his private zoo filled with exotic animals. However, his fame took a dark twist when he was convicted of hiring a hitman to kill Carole Baskin, his rival and animal rights activist. Alongside this, Exotic was also found guilty of multiple wildlife violations. His story captured the world's attention, as his bizarre life and extreme actions were unlike anything Hollywood had seen before. Currently serving a 22-year prison sentence, Joe Exotic's case is a shocking example of how fame can amplify eccentricities and lead to dangerous, even deadly, obsessions. These actors remind us that fame doesn't place you above the law. Whether it's crimes born of jealousy, entitlement, greed, or darker, more sinister motivations, their actions carried consequences that fame and fortune couldn't erase. Each case left fans shocked, sometimes heartbroken, and often with a bitter sense of betrayal. It's a powerful reminder that the people we see on our screens aren't always who they appear to be. As we look back at these cases, it's clear that the line between fame and infamy can be thin, and the consequences of their actions show that no one is truly untouchable. These stars, once symbols of success and talent, now serve as reminders of how fast a life in the spotlight can unravel. For those who followed their careers, these stories are cautionary tales, showing that the trappings of Hollywood don't protect against the consequences of crime. If you enjoyed this countdown and want more stories from the lives of Hollywood's most notorious and celebrated figures, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more, and thank you for watching.